Wow. I haven't done this in a long time. Woo. I just thought, I don't know. I haven't done anything like this in a while. I thought I'd get back into the hobby of doing this and talk and do some stuff that I enjoy because I want to talk about stuff I enjoy, and that is the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course. Um, Probably, I don't know if anyone remembers me, remembers what I used to do, but I used to do, a lot of live streams every now and then a few years ago. I don't know when was the last time I posted a video or did anything, but it's been a few years. Um, but I'm here to talk about what I thought about the game and my reactions, my comments, what we need to do better, things that of that nature, and things that I think that would be good to do. So starting off with what I'm up to. Last time I went on live, I was explaining I was leaving for the Navy, and I've been in the Navy now for 2 years, and I've been enjoying it. I've been living up my life. Currently in San Diego, part time, um, just for a little while. I'm in a hotel room right now, and I'm 3 hours behind Eastern time, so I know it's late. I know it's about to be 11 o'clock for everyone on the East Coast, but I'm on the West Coast, so why am I doing it now and not earlier? I don't know. I don't got an excuse. Definitely should have done it earlier, but next week, if I choose so, I will do it better. All right, so that's about my life update. I want to do this as much as I can. I know not too many people are going to watch it, but I really like this stuff. I like talking football. I like getting some friends. I need some new Steeler friends. I have a few buddies who I still keep up with from back in the day, but not too many. But let's talk about football here, not about me. Week one, man, it's our first game without Ben Roethlisberger, and first look at the new Steelers offense. The plays themselves look better with a more mobile quarterback, which is what Matt Canada is probably more used to because he's used to coaching college athletes, which tend to be younger and more mobile than Ben Roethlisberger is. And I believe he was 38 when he adapted the Matt Canada system. So obviously, Ben Roethlisberger isn't going to be the best quarterback with the Matt Canada offense, which is probably why the offense had as much trouble as it did last year, but with some success. With some success, because Ben Roethlisberger is still a Hall of Fame quarterback, so he was able to still make plays and throw touchdowns and produce game-winning drives as he did last year um, against Baltimore, Week 18. The comeback with the Chargers, the comeback with the Vikings. Yes, we lost both those games, but we came and we fought. So going on with what I think is gonna with the offense, right? Mitch Trubisky looked more fluent. It looked more like an offense with Mitchell Trubisky, even though we had a really poor offensive performance. And hey, what's up, Rich? What's up, buddy? That game was wild, man. We were talking about it. If you want to hop on and talk about it with me, man, feel free. Um, just shoot me a call or a message on Facebook, and you can come and join me. Um, so yeah. All right. So, but the offense, yeah, with it struggling, it still looked more fluent. I mean, there's a lot of kinks you got to work out. It is week one. We were playing the Cincinnati Bengals who had one of the better defenses last year in the entire NFL. I could just hope that we can build upon the poor offensive performance and do better. I do have to say, the one thing I will like about the offense is that the last drive of the game, we needed to get in field goal range to win this game. It's a win or tie. I want to say win or go home, but we're gonna go home disappointed with a fucking another week one tie. I wouldn't have liked it. I would have been pretty disappointed with with that. But moving on, offense. It got the job done in the most important time of the game, and that was uh, getting that last drive into field goal range for a 53-yard field goal made by Chris Boswell. So offense, So TJ, I was just about to touch on that, Richie. TJ Watt, defense. As we were letting up the final touchdown to Jamar Chase, as we were about to let up the game-winning field goal set up by Evan McPherson for the 31-yard field goal, I'm not upset. I'm sitting there like I can't be upset with I can't be upset with the defense. They played their fucking hearts out. Any team that gets 4 turnovers in the first half should be up by 20 points. And we didn't even score. Our offense only produced 10 points off of 4 turnovers. Our defense scored damn near as much points as the offense did. And that's pretty in the first half. That's disappointing to hear. Especially with this new revamped offense. So TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, he went off. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, my MVP of the game, 3 sacks, a few tackles for loss, a huge reason why we won the game. He's not injured. He's fine. I know that we all saw him get walk off the field with some help, but really gotta think about it like this, guys. These guys haven't really played a full game of football in 9 months, or I don't know, 7-8 months. They haven't played a full game of football, and they were tired. They played 5 fucking quarters of football, man, and they were on the field for 45 minutes of the entire game. 45 minutes, and you know how many minutes we played? 70. That is well over half. That is 10 full minutes, over half of the entire football game. Pittsburgh cannot give our defense a break, and that really hurt them. So that's why you probably saw Cam and Alex Highsmith get a walk off. TJ Watt, talking about him, it's possible he's not out for the season. He was able to walk himself to the locker room. All the players are praying for him. I would be genuinely insanely upset if he is out for the rest of the year. Najee Harris, I heard that his injury is not serious, thankfully, and we should see him next week, or if he might miss a game or two. I heard what it was is he rolled his ankle, and he's been dealing with that foot injury since training camp. Our O-line needs to step up and protect the quarterback. We only let up 1 sack, and I don't remember seeing a sack. I think they're considering Mason Rudolph getting marked out of bounds on that little scramble when he lost 2 yards, when it really looked like he gained 2, but the refs, going to do what the refs do. I definitely think that was the only sack of the game. I didn't see him getting pressured, sacked as much as Ben was back in the day. When I was just seeing offensive linemen let the defensive linemen just walk right past them, like in the Vikings game last year. But Pittsburgh definitely produced good pass blocking. Running the ball, we are terrible. We are going to be 32nd in the league this year unless we can figure some shit out. Najee Harris might not even get 1,000 yards this year because of how terrible the run blocking is. We need to – I don't know what the fuck is wrong with our offensive linemen and not being able to run block. I don't understand. Is the defensive linemen are they just that shit? Is it the coaching? Notice this, though. Mike Munchak, he's not been with us, and ever since he's with us, our run offense has dropped to the top the bottom 5 in the league. He left after the 2017 NFL season. Let me double check that. Mike Munchak. He left Pittsburgh after the 2018. Yeah, he was with us until after the 2018 NFL season. And if you look at Pittsburgh stats from 2019, 20, 21, and now 22, Mason Cole returned to the game. he was fine. He returned to the game later on, so Mason Cole's good to go. Probably just bumps and bruises. But Mike Munchak was the best offensive lineman coach we may have ever had. And so he started coaching with us in 2014, and just look at what that produced. Le'Veon Bell had his best season, and he just progressively got better every single year, getting injured in 2015, missing pretty much the entire year after his pot suspension. So, and then 2006, and then but then 2015 we had D'Angelo Williams rush for damn near 1,000 yards, and that was our backup running back. I think Highsmith is the player of the week. I think he's the defensive player. I think he's the AFC defensive player of the week. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind about that. I think, I mean, no one had 3 sacks other than he. He's the only one who had 3 sacks. So, in my opinion, there's no one better than who had a better game than Alex Highsmith. So definitely excited to see. We need pass rushers. TJ Watt's going to miss. He's going to miss some time. I don't want to say that because it's the first week of the fucking year, and you don't want to see the best defensive player in the league miss some time. But he's going to miss time, and we kind of got to get used to that. So TJ Watt's going to miss time. We got to accept it. Alex Highsmith has got to step up. Jameer Jones. I can't remember the guy's name. Reed. Darius Reed, I think it was. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Give me a sec. Give me a second. I think his name is Darius Reed, though. He was one of the players we traded for from the Broncos. Malik Reed, number 50, Shay's years old number. Highsmith is going to step up. We need him to. Desperately need him to. I think we need Malik Reed. We need Jones, Jameer Jones, Malik Reed. We need those guys to step it up. I will say I thought that Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, he is a fucking goon. I've never seen so much talent from one safety since Troy Polamalu. Yes, I am comparing Minkah Fitzpatrick to Troy Polamalu. I know that's a sin for Steeler fans to hear, and trust me, it's hard to hear it out of my own ears. But you can make a reasonable comparison between the two players, looking at what Troy has done and looking at what Minkah Fitzpatrick has done. I've never seen Troy Polamalu block a field goal or an extra point. I'm sure there is a video out there of him doing it, but I've never seen. The reason I compare the two is not based off skill, even though that is comparable as well, but clutchness. I know it's early, but Trubisky did give me some good. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and while I'm talking. Go in depth with what you mean by that, because I want to know, because I didn't get any Ben Roethlisberger vibes. It felt like a preseason game with not a quarterback. It felt like the 2019 season or the preseason without Big Ben in there and Mitchell Trubisky in there. But I go ahead and go in depth with what I'm explaining here. I forgot what I was saying. Shit, man. Completely blanked on myself. Yeah. So if you guys remember speaking of the 2019 season, let's remember the 2019 season. Colts versus Steelers. I forgot the backup quarterback's name. It may backup quarterback for backup to Jacoby Brissett against the Colts game in 2019, when the offense was terrible as what it was in 2019 without Ben Roethlisberger, without Antonio Brown, and without Le'Veon Bell. The first season without all three, at least one of the three. He came in and he picked six the ball, and it completely changed the momentum of the game. Tell me who that reminds you of. What safety in Steelers history reminds you that of? Troy Polamalu. We needed if there's any time to block an extra point, a block a field goal, it's right fucking then and right fucking there. That was Duck didn't play that game. No, Duck didn't play that game. Mason Rudolph was our backup for that game, but that was the season with Duck. Yes, um, you need just a play. You need someone to do something to bring us back into the game. Everyone's given up. It's the game over. 21-20, 0-1 to start the season. He just goes in and blocks it. So I was at a bar, and I'm in disbelief with Jamar Chase's touchdown that he scored in the corner of the end zone. The one-handed catch as well, by the way. That was fucking insane. I'm in doubt. Like, why would we play that shitty of defense? It is what it is. Though the game's over, I'm just gonna go and pout about it for a few hours and then just do nothing about it. And then I went up to the Bengals fan. I'm like, you know what? Hey, good game. Y'all definitely deserved it. Good job. And then I look over the screen and we block the extra point. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What just happened? All the Steeler fans in the Steelers bar I was in were jumping up for joy, going ape shit crazy. And I'm just going insane. And we needed to play. I know, right? I was going insane. I was jumping on my friend, my buddy who I was watching the game with, who's a Denver Broncos fan. I was jumping on him. No homo. I was jumping on him though. We had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, no, that was a insane matchup. It was an insane matchup. But yeah, Minka Fitzpatrick, he has now 4 pick sixes. Let me go ahead and recall them all, going from back to forward. The Bengals one, of course, that he just had. The last one before that was the Browns one against Baker Mayfield. And time before that was the Colts interception, pick 6. And I think, is that the only 3? No. And then he also had a touchdown against the Rams, recovering a fumble from Jared Goff into the end zone. So that is his 4th defensive touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. His 3rd pick 6, I believe it was. So yeah, but still, man, it's fucking insane. It really is. Minka, that first throw of the game. Do you think Fitzpatrick has a chance to be Defensive Player of the Year? Yeah, I mean, he had a bunch of. Let's go ahead and look at his stat line. Steelers versus Bengals. Sorry, one second. Minka Fitzpatrick, 10 solo tackles and an interception. Okay. I mean, if you keep that average, you're getting 7. I mean, it's only week 1, 17 interceptions and 170 tackles. But I definitely think that if Minka keeps playing his heart out, I mean, in a blocked field goal, blocked extra point for the win, of course. If you keep that streak up of consistent leading in tackles, you're going to lead the team. He led us in tackles last year. He doesn't want to this year. But he's definitely got a chance. He's got my vote right now. Fortunately, TJ is going to miss some time, so it probably puts him out of contention unless he comes back in 2 months and absolutely wipes the floor with the league, which is what I'm expecting him to do. But yeah, no, Pittsburgh, man, we're in for a rough season. I'm also watching the Dallas game. Dallas is down 19-3 with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Cooper rushes in. Is Dak Prescott hurt or did he get benched? I don't know. Cooper Rush throwing it deep. I don't know who. He was probably throwing it to Manti Te'o's girlfriend there. Looks like she caught it. She caught it for the touchdown. What happened with Dak? Is Dak injury? Is he hurt? Or did they just take him out? Or they bench him? I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I have to look into it later. Cooper Rush. I don't really know too much about Cooper Rush. I mean, he's throwing dimes right now. It looks like. Pittsburgh, man, did a lot of Steelers ratings dirty. I don't really understand how you don't give T.J. Watt a 99 overall after a Defensive Player of the Year. Whatever. I haven't played. I don't really play man. I don't. I don't really like the new man, honestly. Um, Steelers brought the Black Air Force One energy out. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Cooper Rush is sacked. Big loss. Ugh. What's up, everyone? So I'm gonna go ahead and give out my players, my awards, my weekly awards, my grades, as I would normally do a few years ago. I'm gonna go ahead and give my A pluses, my B pluses, my C's, and my F's. We're gonna skip the D because no homo. I'll go ahead and after I do my grades, we'll go ahead and give a prediction for the rest of the year based off what happened tonight. After Cooper Rush throws this dime down the field, and it's broken up by 32, though. Nice. That's a good throw. Wide open. All right. Grades. A plus. A. So we got your A plus grades are gonna usually one on offense, usually one on defense, and I'm gonna go ahead and give my A plus on offense to Pat Fryermuth. He came in clutch with those. He had done that a lot in the preseason, coming in, and he came in the preseason. He the drive against the Lions, where he just drove all the way down just before halftime, got a touchdown for us. He just looks like the guy. Not even a maybe better than Heath Miller. It's possible. My A plus on offense is going to go to Pat Fryermuth. I just thought he really took over the game in overtime. 5 catches, 75 yards. He's good. My A plus on defense is going to go to Alex Highsmith and Minka Fitzpatrick. Just absolutely perfect game for both of them. I don't think anyone on offense deserved an A. But I'm going to go ahead and give my B's to Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. Just going to go ahead and give them B's. That they went out and they played well. That I don't know if y'all remember that one-handed catch by Deontay Johnson and that one-handed catch by Chase Claypool. So they're going to get the B's on offense. The B's on defense is going to go to B plus, more like it, is going to go to Cameron Hayward. I thought Cameron Hayward really deserved that grade of an A, but not quite there. I mean, he got a sack. He was a big part of the run stoppers. Another B, we're going to go ahead and give to Larry Ogunjobi. He has revolutionized the run defense. He has come in and done and killed it, and he had a great game. He's going to get a B plus along with Cameron Hayward. So my C's are basically players who did their job. That's it, and they did it. They didn't do any fuck ups. They did their job, but they didn't do it at an elite level. The entire fucking offensive line is going to go into an F, by the way. Just going to throw that out there now. But my C's are going to go to Trey Norwood. I thought he did his part. Ahkello Witherspoon, yes, he got a pick, but he also let up an interception. A touchdown to Jamar Chase, but he did lock him up pretty well for the most part because we were in zone more than man this game. Terrell Edmonds, I didn't see him miss a lot of tackles. I didn't see him do anything too crazy. Miles Jack, the reason I'm giving him a C and not a B is because he didn't tackle the player right away. He did that multiple times where he would just kind of hold them up and not bring them to the ground, and they would get extra yardage off of it. So he needs to do it better, just fucking smacking the guys. So Miles Jack, Devin Bush, definitely going to get the C's there. for defense. My Fs are going to go to the entire offensive line. Najee Harris, I know he caught the touchdown pass, but before his injury, he looked slow, sluggish. He did not play good at all, in my opinion. And that is fault of the offensive line. But going to go ahead and blame and let Najee Harris. He had one or two good carries the entire game. So unfortunately, that's going to be my Fs for the game. For defense, I can't really give any Fs. I'm not going to give any Fs there. Chris Boswell, I'm going to throw him up there with the A's game-winning kick. That's going to get you an A. Shout out to Chris Kuntz and I'm getting old. Presley Harvin. Presley Harvin punted great. He played good. And Kristen Kuntz didn't miss any snaps, just like the Bengals guy did. So that's my grades. Now, getting the goods. Let's go ahead and predict the rest of the season based off of TJ Watt being gone and Najee Harris not being in, as well as the offensive line and how they played. So let's say, of course, we're going to make adjustments along the way. But TJ Watt, let's assume for this prediction that TJ Watt is not going to be in the rest of the season. New England Patriots at home next week. I definitely think we can take that as a win. So this is going to be my win finger. This is going to be my loss finger or my hand, whatever. So I definitely think New England can take it. Mac Jones is apparently hurt with a non-serious back injury. I think if Alex Highsmith and Cameron Hayward can create pressure and hit him good, we can force some dumb decisions and get interceptions as we did this week, 4 of them. At Cleveland looked really good. They beat Carolina with a 58-yard field goal by that insanely good kicker. I'm glad. I love to see good kickers. I'm a special teams guy myself when I played, so I love to see good kickers. Unless they play in Pittsburgh, then I hope they miss. So I think at Cleveland, I think that it's going to be going to Cleveland, especially because it's a Thursday night game, and Cleveland they're in the Cleveland territory. Cleveland defense looks really good, and our offense is quite there yet. And no TJ Watt. New York Jets in Pittsburgh. I think in Pittsburgh, I don't think the Jets can beat us. So, but at Buffalo, I think we all know what I'm going to say here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Unfortunately, that's two. That might be your Super Bowl matchup right there, Bills and Bucks. At Miami, Miami looked really good today. They looked really good against New England. They looked unstoppable. Fortunately, that's you're may not gonna like these predictions, but it's just what I believe. Without TJ Watt, it's what's gonna happen. Philadelphia at Philadelphia. If it was in Pittsburgh, I would say something different, but it's in Philly, so got to get Philly the win here. New Orleans Saints in Pittsburgh. I think we could beat the Saints. Definitely believe that the Saints can be beat there. They played pretty sluggish against the Falcons today, even though they did come back and beat them. Falcon. I mean, any team that's playing the Falcons can come back from a victory and beat them. So, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Joe Burrow is going to want revenge. Pittsburgh's defense is not going to want to give it to him. It's a Sunday night football game. We're normally pretty good on Sunday night football. I'm going to give that to Pittsburgh. I say we sweep Cincinnati this year. At Indianapolis, we own the Colts, plain and simple. At the Atlanta Falcons aren't that good this year. Baltimore at home, I think we got that in the bag. Baltimore looked good against who did they play today? The Jets. They look good against the Jets, but Pittsburgh has done a very good job at containing Lamar Jackson with utilizing Devin Bush, TJ Watt, and Minka. Even though TJ is not going to be there, most likely, assuming so, I definitely think that we can hold Lamar. At Carolina. Oh wait, did I count this? I got 5 here and then 8 here, right? So 9. Sure. We're gonna do the math. Right now we have 5 losses, so that's what we got. At Carolina, um, I think we can beat Carolina. Yes, Baker Mayfield's gonna want his revenge against Pittsburgh, but I definitely still think we can beat Carolina. Las Vegas Raiders, we better fucking win that game. That's the Franco's retirement party. We better fucking win that game. At Baltimore, I think we're gonna go ahead and lose that with 6 losses. And Cleveland at home, I think we can win that game too. So, I mean, even without TJ Watt, the schedule isn't that bad. I think what I've said is the high side of our team. I mean, we start out the season 3-5 by week 9, and then we pick it back up and win and only lose one more game, possibly 2 more. Um, but and go 11-6 or 11-6 or 10-7. I think that those are realistic possibilities. Um, yeah, I definitely think 11-6 and 10-7 are realistic for us. We are a good football team, but no TJ Watt is definitely not going to help our record out any sort of way. Let's see. I refresh the Steelers news page just about. It said the most recent injury update with Najee is Steelers avoid serious injury with Najee. Um, you know what? God could bless the Pittsburgh Steelers. What's up, Bruin Steel? Wow, buddy, I haven't talked to you in so long, bud. How you doing? Um, it also depends on the offensive line. I 100% agree. I think the offensive line is going to be a big part of how we play the rest of the season here. The injuries definitely hurt us. So we just did a prediction for the new people I see that have come into the stream. We just did a prediction, and our final predictions were 10-7, 11-6, around that range, even without TJ Watt and our shitty offensive line. Looks like Dallas really fucked that one up. I'm going to go ahead and make a comment on Julio Jones, man. Whew. He looks good. He looked good today. No homo, of course. There was this Cowboys fan at the bar today, and he was talking so much shit the entire game about how, wow, Leonard Fournette went for 127 on 21 carries. He had a good game. Julio went for 3 for 69 and with 17 rushing yards. That's a pretty good game for him. Mike Evans went off 5-17. Dak Prescott had a rough game. Ezekiel Elliott played pretty well. They just didn't give him the ball enough. 10 carries is not really and he had 5.2 average a carry. It's not very good for him. Let's go ahead and talk about the NFL in whole here. I got to go. All right, buddy. Richie, love you, buddy. You know that. Aguiar, I am doing fantasy football. I'll go ahead and give y'all my team. So my team was Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Terry McLaurin, Justin Jefferson, who went off today, 40 points, Cole Kmet, who had 0, Stephon Diggs, Jake Elliott, and the San Francisco defense. San Francisco defense didn't do shit for me, 5 points. But I beat my opponent. My opponent had Josh Allen, James Conner, Alvin Kamara, Devonta Adams. Mike Thomas apparently went off today. 57 yards, 5 catches, and 2 tugs. Kyle Pitts, Adam Thielen, Will Lutz, and the Saints defense. Yeah, man. They look good. It was a good week. Well, it is getting kind of late. 35 minutes is a good long stream. I know not too many people watched, but I was blessed to get the people that I was able to get. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep the content on the channel, let it go up, um, and uh, and let people come in, let people know I'm back. I love football, I love the Pittsburgh Steelers, and let's have a good Victory Monday.